I'm back again to revise another one of my DBQ essays. This is the first essay I did, and this essay has a lot of the same problems that I experienced in the essay about Buddhism. So, once again, I did not have a clear thesis. I struggled with thesis. In this one, this was the first essay I wrote, and my additional document, I didn't even receive the point for it because it was not clear enough. Much like in my next essay, it was a little more clear, but not quite as good as it could be. So I'm trying to get this one really well, seeing as I've revised the last one and wrote those two already. And again, this essay I didn't really know about point of view, and I didn't understand that what I was really doing and how specific I need to be on exactly who's saying it, why it's their point of view. So I'm going to work on those things. So to start, I've got my thesis right here, and as you can see, it's really not a thesis. It is direct, and it's too broad, though. It needs to be more specific. So when I say their attitudes differ because of their differences in economics, that means that the Romans had a So I'm trying to say they differed in their economics. The attitudes differed in the economics because the Romans had a much wider difference in economic class. Like, they were extremely rich, and they were the most powerful, and they were extremely poor peasants. Whereas in the Han society, it was not so much of a difference between the highest economic classes and the lowest economic classes. And to clarify this societal differences, what I'm trying to say is that in the Han society, they valued the knowledge and better crafts, whereas in the Roman society, it's more about flaunting the wealth and not necessarily how you got it or how intelligent what you're doing, your crafts and things like that is. So to say that, I need to So I think this kind of sums up what I'm trying to say, that the societal difference is that the Han had a higher social value on how well your things were manufactured and how well you thought about it, in comparison with the Romans, where it's a lot more about just your wealth and flaunting it. Like, now, to fix my additional document right here is that I attempted to make the additional document, but I don't actually say what document would help. So I'm looking for a source that is from a lower level citizen of Rome to see if they had the same negative thoughts on craftsmanship. So something that could be maybe a journal that a citizen kept, or maybe an interview. I was thinking a journal, but the peasants, they might not have been literate, so they might not have just had enough time to write a journal. So that kind of seems like it not that great of an idea. but maybe an interview that someone interviewed a lower level citizen, a peasant, and then you could see their what they actually thought about the the bad tools that they had to be using. So So I think that I think that would be a possible source. I think they would have done interviews in Roman times, and I think like they could have recorded it maybe in a newspaper if they had those. I'm thinking they must have done something of the type. So I think that is it's obviously a lot better than not even specifying the type of source. So I'm gonna go down to the bottom of the essay and add that into another document. So right here, an article written. Oh, I don't know why I doubled that over. An article with an interview about the laborer's opinion and views on craftsmanship and the value of better tools. So I've got that, and now we're gonna work on point of view. The point of view of the different documents, I need 2 point of views. So I found this let's see. So in this document 1, it's a Han government official writing to local officials concerning flood prevention, and in it he's asking them to fix up some stuff. So he's asking them to get better with their craftsmanships on how to prevent floods. So that makes sense that he would be interested in that, because as a government official, that's probably his job. So his point of view is he's asking these people because it's his job. So if we can add that in here somewhere. So right here in document 1, actually I'm going to add something on at the end of the sentence instead. Document 1 is asking for people to be placed in charge of water conservation efforts, and based on the author, this is in his best interest because he is a Han government official and most likely in charge of better water conservation. And the big thing I learned in the last essay is that I really need to say point of view. So right here, if I can say from his point of view, better craftsmanship in water conservation will help him perform his job. So he wants this done, and his opinion of craftsmanship is that it's better, and it's because it's for his job, so that's his point of view. So now I think I'll try and find a Roman point of view that I can throw in here somewhere. So I think right here, document 7 is a good opportunity for this. It's someone that said, "I do not believe that tools for the craft were invented by wise men." From his point of view, if I go over here, this is an upper class Roman philosopher. So this is someone that has not ever made or tried to fix crafts or improve craftsmanship. In his opinion, from his point of view, in changing and improving on crafts isn't a wise man. A wise man is a philosopher like himself who just does these types of things, writes, and this is probably from a speech or something like that. So from his point of view, crafts and craftsmanship aren't something that wise men do, and that makes sense because he considers himself a wise man or a philosopher, so, and he doesn't improve crafts, so it makes sense that that's his point of view. So how can we say that? The author from his point of view, improving craftsmanship is not valued highly in society. Instead, wise men should spend their time philosophizing. Is that a word? I guess so. So I think that with these new 2 point of views and my revised additional document and my change in my thesis, I think that covers the points that I lost. So I'm trying to get better at, when I'm using point of view, I really have to say their point of view, the phrase, and when I'm using my thesis, I can't be broad, and you have to be very direct. And unlike in my last essay, I didn't sound very sure of myself. This essay I did, but I was too broad. So I'm combining those together. Hopefully I'll get better at it by the next one.